Hello? Hello? Come on, respond. Yes! It's a little loud, but... Oh, there we go. Welcome, welcome. Yeah? You're the only one? Oh, is it? Okay. Hey, tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Stopping whenever we can stop. Stopping right about here, maybe. That's, I suspect. Okay. Hey, Funk. How was dinner? Hey, yo. Yeah, long time no see. We, for all of one people who will probably pop up to this stream, we just saw each other, we just saw each other on, Twitch. Remember to give this a like. On Twitch, you have to get, on YouTube, you have to give them likes. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I saw that. Have you ever done any streaming on here before? This is my first time. Not first time. No, I've done this a couple times before. I've thought about it too, so that's why we're checking it out today. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe my future will end up here permanently. I don't want Twitch to go bad, but they're making not great decisions. Yeah. Partly why I worked to make sure I had a following here as well, but... Are you sure you don't want to go over to Kick, Funk? Where all the Nazis are? Kick, the new hip streaming service founded by Kick is the newest, hippest streaming service founded by Ice Poseidon and an illegal offshore casino that's home to a lot of neo-Nazis. They also pay 90%. Which is, you know... Instead of 50% that Twitch pays. I mean, YouTube pays 70%. Yeah, it is, right? YouTube pays 70%. So if we can get this up to like 1,000 hours. Is this clear? Yeah, it's not good. It's less than good. Yeah. Well, I want to start adding a few over here. Just... You know, the thing about, like, doing streams over here is that it's, like... I don't know. The problem is just generally, you know, like YouTube seems more stable in a lot of ways, but the truth of the matter is, it's never made a profit for Google. You know, how long is it before Google decides to shut down and go like, well, we've never made a profit with anything. With any of this stuff. I don't know. That's why I like the idea of Substack and newsletters, you know? Because if Twitch or YouTube goes down, well, I'll always have those email addresses. So how are the streams going? How is Substack going? Oh, did you pledge? Oh, I haven't checked. Oh my god, thank you. I have not set up the payment system yet on that. I guess you're gonna force me to do that right. I guess you're gonna force me to do that tonight. Thank you so much. I actually don't know my banking numbers. That's why I haven't done it yet. Like my bank account numbers, I have to set that up. I think I have like 29 followers at the moment. I was kind of hoping to maybe get like 50 before I started, but officially. But what are you gonna do? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, I just pitched it to everybody I met. How is discoverability on Substack? That's good. You're kind of the expert on it, so. But they're just free subscribers, they're not paid. My only goal right now is just to get them over there. Because it is incredibly difficult. I don't know about you, Funk, but don't you find it incredibly difficult to get your followers from one platform to the other? When I was just doing TikTok, I could just not convince a single. It was like pulling teeth trying to get people to follow me over there. Hey, do you want to follow me on TikTok? Well, I don't use TikTok. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Is it clear what I'm drawing? The program I'm using is not my favorite. Yeah, it is a little dark, isn't it? I could run down and get another light. You are right. You are very right. Okay, 1 second. Let's see if I can fix this. Configure bit. I hate OBS. How's this? Is this a little better? And what if we open up the exposure to this a little bit more? That work? Okay. Good. There we go. So, fuck, what's been going on? Sorry, we're talking. I've had friends who call me like a fame. Well, I call myself a fame monster because I talk about this stuff a lot. What human things? What are human beings doing nowadays? And also, have you ever seen the Netflix show Glow? I think that's a really good show, and I'm surprised more people haven't seen it. Oh, it's really good. Okay, so Glow was about a real thing that existed, although they changed a lot of it. It's loose. It's more loosely historically inspired by it. It was about. It's about the gorge. It's about. Glow was the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It was an all-female wrestling promotion, and they hired exclusively. Female wrestlers that were not really professional wrestlers. They were just like actors and models. And they made Netflix made a TV show about Glow. It's really good. Alison Brie's in it, from Community. And what's this abandoned realm by? I assume it's about a realm that has quite a lot of people in it, thriving and vibrant. Recommending it. It's a solid recommend for me. It's a very cute show. that's cool. I like that. That sounds cool. I read this book a little while ago. And it's about this guy who's obsessed with this one children's author, so much so that he's a writer himself, and he's obsessed with this children's author from his youth. And he decides he's going to track this guy down to this small town he used to live in, and write a biography about his life. And so the story, as the story goes, like he meets the guy's like daughter, and she's like a strange person, and the entire town like practically worships this guy. And it turns out that the author, he had this magical ability to bring characters to life. Like anything he wrote down, any character he wrote down would eventually show up in real life in his town. Oh, I'll look it up in a sec. And the characters are like, the citizens of the town are all characters in his book, and they have a fanatical like devotion to the writer. And it's also, but what's going on is the book, something's wrong. All the stories that this guy has written are starting to not happen after his death. They're like, before they knew everything that happened in their life, but after he died, suddenly things are slowly starting to dissipate. It's a really cool book. Let me find it. Neil Gaiman. It's part of a collection Neil Gaiman put out. Can't find it at the moment. You should. I can't find it. I don't remember what it's called. No, I just released them when I had the idea. Are you still on Twitter? Yeah, paying for stuff is... I paid for an app and today and I immediately regretted it. How is it? Is it as bad as I think it is? I quit Reddit yesterday, but a few days ago, by the way. I have a general rule about social media. If you get angry every time you log on, it's time to quit. That's my new rule. Yeah, that's good. I don't know. Twitter just... Yeah, that's good. Twitter just made me angry. It just made me mad. Yeah. Well, I guess it's working for you. Stay on there. Because the thing is, it doesn't get better. Like, there's no way to make it better. Is the lesson I finally learned with social media. You're not going to join the blue sky revolution. Jack Dorsey's going to save us all. Jack Dorsey's a hero. I mean, but obviously, Substack is going to become the new Twitter. That's what we're all angling towards, right? Substack. Finally taking its spot as the new Twitter. Really? Yeah, yeah, that's my thought process too. I really don't like Instagram, but ugh, the visibility there is so good. Are you sure you're not going to get on Lemonade? Have you heard of Lemonade? So ByteDance, the company that owns TikTok, is launching a Instagram competitor called Lemonade. There's also, I believe, 8 Minute, which is another TikTok competitor, but the twist of this one is you're only allowed on it for 8 minutes. You only get shown 8 minutes of material every day. What do you mean? Everybody keeps up to date with these things. Probably not going to be the best art day I've ever done. Just decided to do, I don't know. Been thinking about streaming on YouTube for a bit. No, I'm just... This isn't as good quality. Well, almost no one is, fuck. Almost no one is. See, this is also a problem. It's like, you know, I have 700 followers on here, which is, you know, I'm pretty sure, because I mostly just uploaded I mostly upload shorts. Like, none of them are watching. This is a shame. I don't know. And I stopped doing that. Mostly because I'm just trying to... When I got home, I was tired, and then I was just like, I'm trying to focus on getting the stuff ready. So did you see they recast Justin Roiland? In Solar Opposites, at least. Yeah. With Dan Stevens. Which is cool. I love Dan Stevens. Do you know Dan Stevens? I'm trying to think what he was on. He was in Downton Abbey. He also played the Beast in the remake of Beauty and the Beast. He was also in a really good movie called The Guest, which was I really liked. It was like a really cool horror movie. He was in Legion. He's a interesting, weird British actor. I like that they went really out, at least in replacing that one Justin Roiland role. We'll see what they do with the other major ones. See, I was pitching Danny DeVito for J roles to replace Justin Roiland, at least as Rick, because I think that would be funny. Who knows if I'm even gonna watch? I mean, did you watch Rick and Morty? I don't know. I have mixed feelings about the later seasons of Rick and Morty. Let's do what they do on the internet. A lot. I don't know. I think they bought a little bit too much into their own cynicism, just a little bit. General opinion. So my writing group I mean, Rick's such a badass. He's exactly like me, a rebel who doesn't do what anybody else says. That's why I repeat every single thing he said that comes out of his mouth to all of my friends all the time. Because I'm exactly like Rick, independent-minded. And a genius. Also, I have thoughts. Also, I'm on Reddit all the time, and I have thoughts about the new Little Mermaid movie. Angry, mean thoughts. God, wasn't that the most pathetic, lamest, like, controversy ever? Yeah. I have an issue with the Little Mermaid movie, which is, why did they make it look like real water? Why did they make it actually look like under the water? That's what bothered me the most. Why is it like so dark in that movie? Like, just the cinematography is really dark, and it bothers me that they apparently wanted it to look like it was actually underwater. But she was so stupid. It was so stupid, that complaint, and I hated dealing with it. Like, if you're gonna be mad at anything about that movie, be mad at the fact that they decided to remove all the color from the palette of the film and make it look kind of legitimately creepy at times. Because they wanted it to look more realistic. Not because, Ariel wasn't a redhead. Don't be creepy like that, internet. What are you talking about? People are the smartest in the world. Tell me about the submarine. Tell me about the submarine. I want to hear about the submarine. Also, I'll just say this one more thing about the Little Mermaid. That girl is a legitimately great singer, and it's a shame that people were, because of how shitty people are, they ignored that. I saw the clip of her singing Part of Their World. I saw her sing Part of Their World. She is amazing, and I am surprised people are legitimately shitty. Anyways. But I also really don't like... I have issues with how the movie was filmed. I don't like that they went for super realistic, because it actually looks kind of scary at times. Oh, that's what the Titanic thing is? Titanic sub. Wow, that is. Jeez. I'm sure people are approaching this reasonably. And with yes, it does not seem incredibly the best idea that this fellow had. Jeez, it's hard. If I go longer on this, I think I'll just run downstairs and get a light. If this was on Twitch, it'd be a lot easier to see. Well, I don't want anybody to die, and dying like that seemed particularly terrible. But yeah, it's yes, not super thought out, I would say. I imagine that there are better. Yeah. Why pick that submarine in particular? Like, James Cameron has gone down to the Marianas Trench in several submarines. Has been to down in the Marianas Trench with his submarines. Why you could have picked that? Well, that seems kind of horrible. Oh boy, that's like one of my nightmares, is to go like that, just trapped in the middle tube, slowly running out of air. Saw a little bit of Nope a few days ago. Ugh, no, thank you. No, thank you on that. I'm having a lot of trouble these days getting back into horror. Horror used to be like my favorite genre. And then, like, nowadays I have such trouble with it. I remember the when there was the Malaysian, I think it was submarine that essentially also, like, they had live video footage of, but they couldn't get to. So, like, they just saw the people slowly die there. Oh, that's not just. Ugh. They sang "We'll Meet Again." They really did. They sang songs from like they say like, there's video footage of them singing "We'll Meet Again." Don't know where, don't know when. but someday, and over the rainbow and stuff like that. Because they had like they could talk to them, but they couldn't get to them. And somewhere, yeah, isn't that creepy? Sad also. Do you think you could ever do submarine stuff? I don't think I could. I'm already kind of afraid of the ocean. I love the ocean, but I'm also afraid of it. I think that's why I love like Lovecraft and stuff. So much. Because it's like because it encapsulates my whole thing with it, like where I'm fascinated by it but I'm terrified of it at the same time. Because there is something truly like spectacular about that like fear that we have of like, this is not a place for us, this is hostile and wants to kill us. Did you ever read Tom Ligotti? Did you? I've recommended him before. Yeah, probably a good idea. I played Subnautica. I got trapped behind a door that I didn't know how to get out of, and I quit. That's how much I played Subnautica. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do in the first mission, so I stopped playing. It was terrifying. I kind of ran around in circles for like 15 minutes, said, I don't know what I'm meant to do, and stopped. Exactly. The fear of unclear game instructions. Is the last game you played the Princess one? Exactly. That's good. Should have played it on Father's Day. I need to play a new game. Didn't go well. Do you think video games have entered like not? It was fun playing Jackbox again. I haven't played Jackbox in forever. Did it? Were you the one who also got besieged by trolls when you tried it? Worst experience I've ever had with Twitch was when during a Jackbox game. I've told this story before, but somebody went onto my Discord and posted scenes from murder scenes. Yeah. Yeah, that's why, fortunately that didn't happen with us, but that's why you have to, like, either hide it or... Like, one of the best ways to avoid that is, like, just... I did warn you. Yeah, it happens. Trick with that is just don't let random people into the stream. Into the game. And if a new person logs on, make them talk in chat beforehand. He does not. Stab doesn't do it. He screws up several times. I like that guy. I like Stab a lot, but I've been in chats. I've been in streams with them, and that's happened more than once there. And I was like, don't let him in. Don't let him in. He's going to just do it. And they were like, no, it's fine. And it's like, okay. Because trolls just go around looking for that. Looking for open Jackbox games to screw with. But that can be fun. If you get them right, they can be a lot of fun. And see, I knew Emika was an alien. I knew Emika was the alien, but I was just wrong about terrible. Well, Callie behaves alien all the way through, so. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I remember when I used to play Jackbox regularly, that was one of the more popular ones. I mean, it's just werewolf. That's all it is. You know what the funny thing is? In all of those games, in all the games like Among Us, that, anytime I've ever played a game like that, I'm never the alien. I always get stuck as the human. I've never once been an alien. I just want to get on a ship and destroy it from the inside. and eat all the stupid humans with their stupid human faces. Do it. Wouldn't it be great if you could just link your YouTube and TikTok accounts up with one another, and when you post on TikTok, or you also post on YouTube? Wouldn't that be great? Oh, that's what you're trying to do? No. Yeah. I agree. It's preferred. Wait. I mean, fortunately with YouTube, you can just you can schedule, so it's easier on YouTube. Back when I was trying to gain YouTube by just posting the same 5 videos over and over again before they punished me, that's what I would do. Yeah. That's probably what you'll have to do. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, because I just do not like these. I will say this, I really like the Twitch app for streaming on Twitch. I think it works really well. I think it's very clean, it's very efficient. It does everything I need it to do. These independent ones suck. No, I like the Twitch streaming, the Twitch's streaming software. I really like. This one, I'm not a huge fan of. I think it's really not good. so. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Wasn't there a way to schedule? I don't remember. I thought there was a way to schedule TikToks, but... You know, the thing with TikTok is, like, they don't really care about you. Oh. Boo on that bullshit, boo on that bullshit. I mean, I still use TikTok's editing stuff. It's a lot more efficient than... You know, it's TikTok's editing thing is so great. It's like just a free thing on your phone that you can edit stuff with. Everything else costs like money. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's the lesson I eventually learned when I was still doing TikTok, was that if you do it, say, on CapCut, then there's no, like... Yeah. They just really don't want it to be efficient, do they? They hate efficiency. They hate life being easier. True. TikTok is just pure evil. Yeah. Just pure. I used to do just text-to-speech voiceovers. Yes, it does. I know it does. Yes, 100% they do. Yep. Just it. Okay. Let's do a new project. Photo. Okay, this is Dan Stevens. You know what? I'll make a little video right now, even. Dan Stevens will replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites. Okay. And then, okay, can you see this? is this button right here. Next in text, next to style, text to speech. Let's see.
Dan Stevens will replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites. Dan Stevens will replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites.
This is what he would look like if he played Rick in a lot. This is what he'd look like if he played Rick. Watch this be my most. Did I? Well, I'm proud. Watch this be my most successful video.
This is what he'd look like if he played Rick.
Music. Should.
Dan Stevens will replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites. This is what he'd look like if he played Rick. Dan Stevens will replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites. This is what he'd look like if he played Rick. Dan Stevens will replace
Dan Stevens to replace Justin Roiland in Solar Opposites. And what he would look like if he played Rick. Rick. Upload short. There we go. Sleazy trash celebrity reporting. That's what I'm doing. No problem. Oh, thank you. I'm drawing my my elf character for my thing. She's probably going to be the first major like storyline in the magazine, so might as well draw her for maybe the first cover. I'm going to draw covers. Why? Because I think it'd be fun too. It's also a reason why I'm calling it Ulysses, because I think it's a cool sounding name, as opposed to Sean Arnold's newsletter. I did say I'm going to put it on my resume, and it'll look better if I call it something else besides my name. I could call it Bjornsson. I hope people like this newsletter. God, I wish I could just do this for a living. Right? Wouldn't that be awesome? But we can't all be rich. Like, God, I'm so appreciative to Emika. I really am. Like the fact that she did you see how many subs she gifted me today? It's about $150. Yeah, that's about $150 or $140. You know, I did the math, and if we could get 20 subscribers, like yes, she is. I very much appreciate that. If 20 subscribers gets you paid every month from Twitch. Will I use that $150 possibly to buy another tree? Maybe. It kind of does, doesn't it? Although Amazon does that for everything, I think. I remember putting the book, my one issue of Camelot that I put up for sale. I believe I have to reach $100 of sales in books before they'll pay me. She did that last month, too. So what's funny is she and my mom's friend bought it, and I have like no idea how to get at that money. I don't even remember how to log into that account or where you log into. I might release this magazine in physical form. Yeah. At some point also. Well, I'm glad that helped. Is your city like every city just had a mass increase in rent? Isn't it awful that we seemingly don't want people to be able to live in places anymore? Listen, it's kind of why I'm not in any hurry to leave this house. I got my rent and that's not fair. I do pay rent. Like, I don't talk about that much. I do actually pay rent here. I have paid up for the next like 3 years, so I don't really have to worry about that for a long time. But I got the rent taken care of, the food is taken care of. So it's like, yeah, I know. I partially own this house, so it's like, I mean, I don't know. Why would I want to leave? Like, I don't know. It's just like, I have my friends in LA. I'm worried about them again. And they're like so trapped in this like cycle, and my friend Laura, I'm worried about her. I don't know. Both of them had told me that their only goal right now is to make more money so they can afford things. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know, I always used to have my contingency plan. Have I ever told you my contingency plan, Funk? If everything got too expensive, I'd move to Portugal. Portugal, for a long time, was super cheap and beautiful. And I was like, you know what? I just moved to Portugal. But ever since, remote working became popular, a bunch of like fucking American millennials all moved to Portugal, and caused the housing prices to like triple. And for that, I will never forgive Americans. Isn't that just awful? We ruin every country we touch, don't we? That's funny that it doesn't show up. Yeah. It's just like avarice. Avarice. Yeah. You know where all the cheap countries to live are now? Baltic regions. Or how would you like to move into a small Italian house and the only cost for €1? Have you heard of this thing? So there's a lot of these Italian villages out there that are kind of close to dying. You know, because all the young people moved away. So what they're doing is they're offering these old houses for €1. And it's legitimate. You can own it outright for €1. But there's a few catches. One, these houses are not like super well repaired. So you also have to deposit €10,000 deposit. And the promise is you have to fix up the place in 3 years, and then you can get that deposit back. But still, owning a small house in Italy probably costs you like $15,000 or something to get it repaired totally. And then that house is just yours completely. Also, Japan. Japan has similar things. So, Japan, because it's people aren't really having kids in Japan anymore. And a lot of other countries are also dealing with this. Have this slate of like ancient houses that are for sale that nobody lives in anymore outside of Tokyo. Yeah, they can go for pretty cheap. Let's see. Old Japanese houses. Yeah. Well, especially living in Japan, it's complicated. It all has to do with like Japan in many ways is very behind on gender roles, and it's kind of fucking everything up. Yeah. So it's complicated because it's like, in some ways, it's pretty progressive, but in other ways it's super backwards, and it's a whole fucking mess of a deal. Shit. Wow. Let's just looking at this one place. Yeah, they're selling, like, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's a little bit bend in here, but can you see it? This house right here, I'll I'll just send you the link. This house right here. This is like a full-on house, like kind of a mini mansion. It's near the water. This is like a full-on near the water. You know how much it is? It's about $42,000 American. Probably needs some repair work. Right? That's what I mean. Want to live in Japan? $42,000. That is. I'll send that to my mom. She'll be. Could live near Coffee. I don't know where Coffee lives. I just know Coffee lives in Japan. You know where else is supposed to be cheap? Thailand. Nope, not the wish of very. Also not the United Provinces of Canada as well. Canada got super expensive. Maybe Mexico? We should all just move down to Mexico. Although I don't think Americans are allowed to own property in Mexico, so that could be an issue. I do sometimes think it's like poor in America is kind of rich in other countries, and sometimes I think to myself, it's like, wow, you could just go to, like, this is terrible, this is imperialism at its worst, but you could just go to like other countries and like just live pretty rich on an American salary. Yeah, especially that's the thing with those remote jobs. If you had a remote job, this is the thing. If you had a remote job, you could live rich pretty much anywhere with an American salary. Or we could just all move to Wyoming. I had that thought a while ago, like, why don't I just move to Wyoming? I believe it's Wyoming I'm thinking of. So if you don't know, I mean, you know, obviously we all know Wyoming, but Wyoming is weird because Wyoming is actually one of the, like, is just behind the Sahara Desert and may have passed it as the least occupied place on the face of the earth. It's the least populous state. So any of our cool big city ways are like, we're like new and hip there. It is very much untouched, fertile land. Think of it. Wyoming. May not be much now, but in a few years, but you can pretty much just you could change it to it's small enough that you can have major impact by just moving there. Come on, and be Wyoming, whose state motto should be, come on, be the big fish in the small pond for once. Everywhere else in your life, you've kind of fucked it up. Move to Wyoming. Wide open spaces. Not a lot of people. Your stuff that hasn't been cool in 20 years will be instantly cool here in Wyoming. We haven't even heard of David Fall. I should probably do this as a bit for my magazine. Came up with a new idea. Yeah, this very populated stream that everybody's on. Wyoming. Come on. Just for your once in your life, be the big fish. Wyoming. Exactly. I hope it is Wyoming I'm thinking of. I think no, it is. It is. God, I wanted to, when I was in college, all I wanted to do was write for The Onion so bad. Like, that was like my life's dream, to write for The Onion. I applied for it a few times, even. Never got it. How dare you do your own stuff? This one probably won't make it to the as a magazine cover. Kind of screwed. No worries. Yeah, thank you. I'm trying to like do more with like paintbrushes and stuff, rather than just markers. It just looks better in the end, I think. More professional. I do need to clean these though, I'm being lazy. I don't think so. Who's Alice Cullen? No? From Twilight? Who is Alice Cullen? So, are you talking about my reference? Alice Cullen. Oh yeah, she does look like her. And she's cute. Yeah, so you're talking about this girl. Thank you. This girl, does not exist. She is not a real person. She is, yes. Although I don't use AI in anything but like as for artistic references. So I think I'm safe. I'm not stealing anybody's work. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah, no, I only use it for like to reference stuff for me to draw. Yeah, I feel I'm doing it as ethical as possible. I put in cute elf girl with purple hair. And that's what popped up. The plan is to eventually draw all of the pictures on Ulysses that I use. But that'll take probably a while to get it working. which will only add to my work, but, you know, what are you going to do? Funk, I have to ask you a very serious question. Possibly the most serious question I've ever asked anybody. Did you watch Channel Awesome when you were a kid? And nice! The videos are uploaded. That's a good feeling. Okay. Good. You didn't have your life ruined by that garbage. I did. You weren't super into the Nostalgia Critic? Oh, did you watch them when you were older? I mean, Lindsay Ellis was part of the Channel Awesome group. I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. I know that's not what he sounds like, but... I was embarrassingly into him as a teenager. I thought he was so smart. I thought he was so cool. I wanted to join Channel Awesome. Thank God I didn't try, because, oh God, my ideas would have been shitty. I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I talk about the old movies that aren't good no more, but most of the time nowadays, I just talk about modern movies. Bro. I'm all nostalgical. I'm all nostalgical for movies. Yeah. No, that was Linkara. I think I would have tried to review TV shows or something. I did try and write a review once. I did attempt to write a review once of Jury Duty with Pauly Shore. I mean, one of my big passions is actually sitcoms and television shows. Pauly Shore. This is my attempt to review the Pauly Shore movie, Jury Duty. It's pretty bad. Pauly Shore relies on lame gimmicks that aged pretty bad. And catchphrases. Listen, I don't know why... I can't do accurate impressions of people, so I maintain to do very wrong impressions of people that nevertheless try and capture their character anyways. This is a movie I remember, so you don't have to remember it, and it's not very good, so I don't know why you'd watch it. Okay, that's it. Give me like a movie, a bad kids movie. Like, this is Mortal Kombat. It's a movie that they made about Mortal Kombat, about the video game Mortal Kombat, and I didn't like it all that much. So I don't think you probably guys should watch it. Thank you. This is a movie called this is the first Rugrats movie. It's a movie about the Rugrats and the babies, and they go out and they do the thing. I don't know about this one guy. Doesn't seem to really hold up all that well. It's kind of intense, really, for like a movie with babies. There's a scene where like Tommy tries to kill his baby brother. That's like messed up. Trying to think. What movies has he reviewed? This is Saved by the Bell. It's a movie, it's a TV show, and it's a bunch of teenagers. And you know what? It wasn't for me. Not a fan. I'm sure I've said this story. I got obsessed with trying to like get that voice down because it's like I once read Alan Tudyk was on a podcast once and he was talking about how he kind of got started voice acting for Disney. And Disney has this thing where they're always looking for similar sounding actors that worked in movies, like worked initially with Walt. Like years ago. And like one voice they're always on the lookout for is who can do sort of the Mad Hatter from who can do kind of the Mad Hatter from like the Alice in Wonderland movie. They're always looking out for a guy who can do that sort of voice for some reason. They just like that voice. And the original guy was a like old comedian from like the 20s who did that and had a show. I forget his name. So I always I looked him up and I tried to kind of get his voice down, and I think I can do it mostly. It's like and it's like you just try and talk it's very, oh boy, and you just, King Candy. See, whenever I think of voices, I can't like try and do it intensely. I can't do it, but it's like. It's me, the nostalgia critic, and I'm here to review a movie. It's about these Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't like them. They're too scary. I turn them off. Too violent. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Yeah, didn't like them. Tigger. Yeah, you have to do a little bit of a lisp to get it right. Didn't like them. Just did not like it. See, I kind of thought, like, at least for teenagers, that Nostalgia Critic was a fairly universal thing. And I'm like, and the bitterness surrounding like Channel Awesome not being as pure and wholesome as people thought it was. I don't know. The Change the Channel document, where it turned out Doug Walker was kind of complicit in the shittiness of the site, is the equivalent of the American millennial watching Vietnam. I mean, I don't want to undersell it, but God, that did wreck a lot of people. Funk, I cried when Jew Wario killed himself. I really did. And then the document revealed what a sociopath. No, that's not fair. I don't want to use the word sociopath. What a monster he was. That was a sad. It was weird. It was just weird. Listen, millennials don't have a unifying trauma to guide us all together. Go to bed. Go get some sleep. I might call it here. We share all ours with Gen Z. All the bad stuff happened when Gen Z was around. Go to bed. Our greatest trauma was that the Nostalgia Critic turned out to be a... Now I'm being a prick. I think that's just me and you. Oh, who else is here? There's no way to tell on here.
Or is there?
No, it's just you and me. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go get some sleep. Thank you. Okay, goodbye, everybody. And for the one or two people that showed up, thank you. YouTube streaming is still something I'm getting used to, and we'll try and do better. I'm going to try and do these at least once. I'm going to try and do a YouTube stream at least once a week from now on. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.